And the winner in the World Championships of Headlines is none other than Jamaica's Tony K. We call her TK. Welcome back, Sunrisers. Top of the morning to you. It's time for us to sing this song.
Finally.
Brace yourselves.
Woo.
When TK come pan up, we don't want bad news, pan up. Only good news, pan up. With the vibes pan up, pan up. In production, what's a take two?
Take two already. When TK come pan up, we don't want bad news, pan up. Only good news, pan up. With the vibes pan up, pan up.
Hey, look at that, you go, girl, TK.
You see, I don't sing the song so long and I don't remember the lyrics.
Tell the truth, say you miss it.
I did miss it, and I'm so grateful for it. Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys are looking Friday-licious today.
You too. You're looking like November 1st, honey.
Hey! I'll
Happy
take
to
it.
see you, girl.
All right, so, and great morning to you.
All of you.
All of you, and let's jump into the headlines, okay? So first up, Spark program ready to go. It's full speed ahead for Jamaica's $45 billion Spark program. While speaking at a post-cabinet media briefing early Wednesday, Works Minister Robert Morgan says the program has been approved by the Public Investment Management Committee. The minister shared that was a projected 2-year procurement process, but it actually became a 7-month operation with almost 600 roads submitted for rehabilitation over the next 2 years. But that's not all. The $3 billion REACH program, designed to repair roads damaged by Hurricane Beryl, is also a work in progress. So Minister Morgan says inclement weather has caused a snag in the plans. He is imploring patience from citizens as the ministry ensures quality road works. The REACH program is expected to last until March of 2025. So excited to hear about some improvements to Jamaica's road networks.
Listen, I have been having a warfare, literally, with some craters. I don't want to call them potholes.
Yes.
Because they are too
Sinkholes,
huge.
some of them.
Yes. No, listen, so I'm happy to hear that. I was a little confused, though, because I heard a 2-year procurement and then a 7-month. Is it that it happened quicker than expected? Well, that's good news.
You
That's
know,
always good
I
news.
was driving home from one of my son's extra lessons the other day, and I was driving on a road that used to just be 2 lanes, and I was now on a road that was like 4 lanes or whatever it was. And I remember at the time when it was happening, it was like, you know, a headache and it was a pain. But I thought about it and I was like, you know, the roads are everything is so different to when we were growing up. You know, a lot has changed.
Yes.
And it takes time and it takes effort and it takes taking care of as well, like maintenance and all that stuff. And I know, you know, you're here until March, it may go on longer and it's going to be painful sometimes when some roads have to be blocked off to be able to, but you know, we enjoy when it's all done and we have to sometimes step back and be like, wow, this is a different space.
Yes.
The other day, I couldn't believe that Google Maps work in Jamaica really and truly. Remember there was a time when that wasn't even like a thing?
Get me started. Getting lost is a regular thing.
I know, it's like I can you know.
Anywhere.
That's an improvement.
To the point where if Google Maps ever make a mistake, you're like, what's the Google Maps? Oh, where are you leading me? And it's like, hey.
I remember where I come from.
Hello, let's remember. But I'm glad that you brought that up only because, you know, the expansion of our roads and the improvement generally has been great. And I think that because it's been so progressive, people don't realize we've just gotten so accustomed.
Right.
And we have to also remember that it will take extra work, extra funding, extra teams to maintain them and improve them as well. So I'm glad that some attention is being given. It will help with accidents. It will help with our cars lasting longer.
Yes.
Girl, don't talk about
pedestrians being safer, you know, bike riders being safer. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, love that.
And plus, there's some extra work for some workers at this time. In this time, in this season, I'm sure they welcome it all the time.
Always,
You know, so
always. So yeah. Some more
work.
And more news. Let's go to the next one. Jamaica-Cuba Eye Care Partnership restores vision to thousands. So over 3,400 surgeries have been performed through the Jamaica-Cuba Eye Care Program since last September, transforming lives and restoring sight for thousands. The Health Ministry reports that more than 21,000 consultations have taken place, supported by a team of 22 healthcare workers, 17 Cubans and 5 Jamaicans operating across St. Joseph's and Kingston public hospitals. With over 40 years of collaboration, doctors say the Jamaica-Cuba partnership remains steadfast, committed to providing quality care for Jamaicans across the island.
Love this.
Listen, you know, it's too good news we're getting.
Yeah.
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 You see what happens when you sing?
Yeah.
You see what happens when you bring up the song?
Oh, but collaborations like this are just so wonderful, so beneficial to our people. I know for a fact, I know people who have benefited from this, and it's been incredible for them. And I'm just glad to see it still going. 40 years strong, you said?
40 years.
40 years strong. And, you know, Cuba, of course, is known for their medical expertise and, you know, in rehabilitation, in, you know, surgeries, things like that. And so the fact that, again, Cuba, I don't know, Cuba has always been a friend to us. Cuba has always been good to us. And so we thank them and we thank everybody who makes this a possibility because people who just generally wouldn't have access to the types of treatment, the types of operations, here it is, you know, being given. And I'm so grateful for it.
I want to highlight it too because, listen, sometimes I pretend to walk at some places with my eyes closed and listen. It's not a good feeling.
It's tough.
So Cuba is very close to us, literally and figuratively too. You know, and this partnership is something to celebrate and applaud every single time.
But also 21,000 consultations.
That's
like 20. How many did I say? It was like 20 people working, 22 people on the team.
Yes, exactly. And
it's
in
like,
over 3,900 surgeries since September. That's
a lot of work. A lot of work. So team.
Keep it
big
going.
up on yourself. And can some resorts please contact them? Give them a nice week. Give them an all-inclusive weekend rest on us, no, please, on behalf of Jamaica, please.
Signing off.
TK
Tell them Sunrise says so.
Tell them Sunrise says so.
Tell them Sunrise says so. All right, last up, our Feel Good Friday headline. Boston Hospital is treating food as medicine with its own rooftop garden. It's a paradox found all over the world. Why is it so common for hospital food to be essentially bad for you? You know? So, Boston Medical Center, the BMC, has tackled the issue of poor hospital food by opening 2 large rooftop gardens. These gardens provide fresh produce for the hospital's cafeteria and inpatient meals, while also serving underserved communities. In partnership with Boston area gleaners, fruits and vegetables cultivated in the 4,915 square foot grow space will be distributed to local nonprofits and community centers twice weekly during the growing season, aiming to combat food insecurity and enhance access to healthy food in Boston.
Incredible.
That is good news.
Incredible.
Can you imagine that being mandated like across like even Jamaica? Like every rooftop had to have some kind of garden.
And you had to give it away to underserved communities. You have to.
For
not
you,
just for vibes.
others. Exactly.
You know?
That would be incredible.
But I like the placement in the hospital because you've often heard that if your food is not your medicine, then your medicine will become your food. And I grew up with 2 relatives of my aunt and my sister, and they were healthcare professionals, and I had to visit them on a regular and taste the hospital food. And I often say, why the food have a taste, sir? I say, it's hospital food.
Yeah, it's just a given.
Yeah.
It's a place where you're supposed to be getting
It
better.
ought not to be that way.
No, I love that though. I really do love that. And I think if we could implement more of that, we have so much space that is, unused. If we could be using it for some good, and like you said, if you're sending it out to others, I think it would be a win-win.
Yes.
Why not? You gonna do the first one?
I'm.
I wonder who
You say rooftop gardens and stuff like that. I say every rooftop in Jamaica should be for solar, and everywhere in Jamaica should run should have free electricity.
That would be lovely. But we also have
the sun up way up, we might as well make it work for us, man.
Look here,
That's what I think.
I agree. I just can't wait for the prices of all solar panels and batteries to just
come down
a little bit.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much,
Thank
TK.
you
I
for
appreciate
having
it
me.
as always. Looking like November 1st.
I think she's the best news for Friday.
I think so too.
Yes.
She's the best. All right, she's fantastic.
Hey, you got that one.
Take that, Dennis. All right, well, that's all the time we have for headlines. Stay tuned for React TK.